When conducting the SWOT analysis for Kraft Heinz, we began by identifying the most important strengths. Brand perceptions is one of the top strengths. Many Kraft Heinz brands are 100-year brands, and they are well respected in the minds of consumers. This can be attributed to years and years of providing exceptional quality through these brands, along with exceptional marketing techniques to keep these brands in the minds of consumers. The next strength we identified is cutting costs through the supply chain. As we discussed in the value chain analysis, they have reported savings of over $1.7 billion annually, just attributed to supply chain tactics and the new facilities that they have built. Next, we identified a key strength of distribution. They have 83 manufacturing facilities around the world, and products are sold in 190 countries. These distribution facilities are also accompanied by a strong dealer community, such as Walmart. Great relationships have been held with these dealers because of the product quality of Kraft Heinz and their ability to get their products off the shelves quickly. The next strength we identified for Kraft Heinz is their ability to provide exceptional product quality and differentiation versus competitors. As we talked about earlier, Kraft Heinz has so many different types of brands, and each one of these brands provides differentiation techniques for every single one of the products it sells. Also, Kraft Heinz has a strength with a springboard company that it just introduced. This springboard company supports promising young businesses, which allows product lines to keep on expanding as they support new business ideas. Finally, we identified a major strength of economies of scale. In 2017, Kraft Heinz operating margin hit 27%, which was well above the industry average of only 10%. This is because Kraft Heinz has the ability to produce so many products at a low cost. This can be also attributed to the new manufacturing facilities. After identifying the strengths in the SWOT analysis, we went on to identify the most important weaknesses at Kraft Heinz. One of the most important weaknesses we found is product development. Although I described product differentiation as a strength, Kraft Heinz has had a major weakness with product development recently. They have not adapted their product development strategy for today's marketplace. The next weakness we identified is poor internal company culture. On Glassdoor and other ratings reviews websites, there are very unfavorable reviews, and analysis have pointed out key indicators of a failing company culture internally at Kraft Heinz. Only 25% of their summer interns that they offer take a job at Kraft Heinz, and this could be attributed to the negative reviews that the company is occurring. Next, we identified a major weakness of their zero-based budgeting tactics. They are cutting costs too heavily and focusing less on innovation, which I will talk about later. We also identified a weakness of return on equity of only 3.85% as of December 2018, which was an industry low, and Kraft Heinz perception is also fading into a more classic brand, which can be comparable to Betty Crocker. Next in the SWOT analysis, we identified the external areas of opportunities and threats for Kraft Heinz. First major opportunity we found is that people are educating themselves more on food ingredients. The next major opportunity we found also relies on the minds of consumers. Customers are looking for more, newer, and innovative foods for consumption. The final opportunity we found is that robots are replacing human jobs to cut down on manufacturing costs, which is also a major strength for Kraft Heinz. Next, we identify the most important threats. One of the top threats is that more consumers are shopping online for groceries. Some could say this is an opportunity, but I will talk more about why it's a threat later on. Next, we identified a threat is that customers want organic, plant-based, and all-natural ingredients, which is a major problem for Kraft Heinz. We also identified a major threat in the fact that there are thousands and thousands of substitutes for pre-packaged foods that Kraft Heinz brands sell. After analyzing the major strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of Kraft Heinz, we went on to pinpoint key factors in each of them and try to merge them together to create key strategies for Kraft Heinz as they move forward. The first strategy we came up with is a strength opportunity strategy. One of Kraft Heinz's most important strengths relies on the brand perceptions that have been built over the years. Kraft Heinz owns recognizable brands such as Oscar Mayer, Jell-O, Maxwell House Planters, Philadelphia, Kool-Aid, Lunchables, and many others. Many of these brands are 100-year brands that have gained the trust of consumers worldwide. In any grocery mart, Kraft Heinz brands are easily recognizable on the shelves due to past success. On the other hand, one of the largest opportunities that we identified is the fact that a larger percentage of shoppers are further educating themselves on the ingredients in each product that they purchase. Consumers are more likely to research background ingredients as well as the quality of the brand that they are purchasing from. Also, younger consumers in particular are becoming much more health conscious than previous generations. This is a great opportunity for Kraft Heinz to leverage their brand strength to promote the quality of the ingredients that they obtain. An opportunity also lies in the product expansion to take advantage of new consumer perceptions. This is especially true for brands such as Planters, Classico, Heinz, and Philadelphia, who sell more nutritional foods. The strength of these brands should be leveraged with new product lines. New product lines and future marketing should key in on health attributes and attract younger consumers to Kraft Heinz brands. Next, we went on to identify a strength-threat strategy. Kraft Heinz has a major success in the past with their supply chain capabilities. Artificial intelligence is being used to determine the most efficient way to produce quality products for a minimum price. This strength is accompanied by distribution capabilities. As I mentioned earlier, there are 83 manufacturing facilities around the world with products sold in 190 countries. On the other hand, one of the largest threats facing Kraft Heinz is the abundant list of substitutes available to consumers. Products such as Kraft Heinz ketchup is easily replaceable by hundreds of other ketchup brands available worldwide. The majority of their products have close substitutes from a variety of competitors. In this scenario, Kraft Heinz needs to leverage the strength of supply chain capabilities to combat the threat of these substitutes. Economies of scale and distribution techniques will also allow for Kraft Heinz to keep product costs low. If Kraft Heinz can continue with these strengths in the future, the company should have no problem handling the threat of various substitutes that they compete with. The next strategy we identified is a weakness opportunity strategy. One of Kraft Heinz's major weaknesses has been product development. They have recently cut hundreds of jobs in the research and development department. Kraft Heinz has been using a zero-cost based strategy that heavily focuses on minimizing production costs. While this strategy has the ability to benefit a bottom line in the short term, in the future, the strategy lacks an innovative concept. One of the largest opportunities in the market is changing customer perceptions. Across the United States and across the world, there are trends moving away from packaged foods. People have begun to view frozen and packaged foods as unhealthy. On top of this, sugar has become enemy ingredient number one in the minds of many consumers. The product development team at Kraft Heinz has been focusing on introducing the wrong products. Failed inventions such as mayo chip are not what customers want. In the future, Kraft Heinz needs to build up its R&D team once again to take advantage of the changing customer perceptions. One benefit of the zero-based strategy is that Kraft Heinz has saved a large sum of money over the past few years. This money should be invested to take advantage of changing consumer perceptions through the R&D department. The final strategy we identified for Kraft Heinz is a weakness threat strategy. A major weakness lies in the fact that a very small percentage of Kraft Heinz sales now come from online orders. As I stated earlier, the majority of Kraft Heinz sales come from major B2B purchases. Some of these retailers offer Kraft Heinz products via their online marketplace, but a very small percentage of Kraft Heinz products are actually purchased over the internet. A major threat lies in the fact that in the future, grocery shoppers are expected to purchase more and more items over the internet. Research shows that within the next 7 years, 70% of customers will buy at least a portion of their groceries over the internet. Amazon has just acquired Whole Foods, and their platform is already one of the hottest online grocery markets on the web. Moving forward, online sales have been a weakness for Kraft Heinz brands, and other competitors have a stronger presence on the internet. This weakness needs to be overcome because the threat of Amazon dominating the online grocery market will continue until action is taken by Kraft Heinz. Kraft Heinz products may be offered on the Amazon marketplace, but the majority of grocery shoppers will be searching through the Whole Foods Prime platform where no Kraft Heinz products are offered.